Hey everyone, today is a brand new Master Combat Achievement. So today we're looking at the OSRS wiki for a Fight Caves combat achievement titled You Didn't Say Anything About a Bat. You Didn't Say Anything About a Bat is a Master Combat Achievement which requires a player to complete the Fight Caves without being attacked by a TzTok-Jad. But I'm just going to call this thing a flame bat for this episode because it's obviously a bit harder to pronounce that word, so I'll just call it the flame bat. And also there's a little fun trivia thing that the name of the achievement is in reference to the 1995 Jim Carrey movie Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. So yeah, Ace Ventura, that's a funny movie, but yeah, let's crack into it. So it's the mechanical type and master tier, so let's get cracking. So the main thing to remember with this combat achievement is you cannot be attacked once by the flame bat. The moment that flame bat hits you, it is combat challenge over, so you most just escape the cave because you won't be getting that achievement. We will be using RuneLite Plugins and also low sort of stats and gear for this to complete this one. So this is noob friendly and basically is a very basic guide. Flame bat waves. So here I've listed for you that you can pause this on the screen to see all the flame bats, the waves they're in. So there's a total of 32 waves with the flame bats out of 63 waves in total, leaving 31 waves without having to worry about bats hitting you. So that's a lot. I've listed all the bats here, so 48 flame bats in total to take down before getting to Jad. So just going over the gear and the inventory, and also the most important thing to complete this combat achievement would be the RuneLite plugins we'll be using. So you can see here I'm using a Zerker friendly pure sort of setup here, but you can obviously get rid of the archer helm and use the holy coif or whatever it's called for rune pures. The reason I'm using this setup is it's good prayer bonus, low requirements, and it's a budget setup, so a lot of people probably use this. So you can see that I'm using the Blessed D hide, which gives a prayer bonus. I got the Amulet of Fury, Archer's Ring Eye, Barrow's Gloves. I got a Karill's Bow. That's for the 8+ square range on it, which comes in handy attacking the bats. It actually has really good potential with killing them as well with my testing, and it's the less riskiest one. I've also got going into here the blowpipe, and I've got amethyst darts for that, and that's for just DPSing down the other bosses with quick succession. So that's a really overpowered weapon for unlocking at 75. So this is a low gear. I always get told with my guides, can you make some low gear requirement ones? So this one will be a low gear welfare sort of gear check. In the inventory we have 2 Bastion potions. They are a lot of money. They're like 30 something K each, so they're very useful. You got 2 stamina potions. That's very important for running away from the bats, getting away in danger, because you'll find if you have lower range, which is 75 plus, you're not going to kill the bats first hit often, and that just gives you a safety net of running away and not having to worry about having no run energy. We also have the prayer potions. I think there's about 12 there. 4 super restores, 6 Sara brews, and a holy wrench. I think cabin fever is required for that. So you might find that you want to change this a little bit to suit your needs, but for me this worked fine. And it's just pretty much on the OSRS wiki. You can see it. I've just added a few different changes for this combat achievement. So the most important thing we'll go over is the RuneLite plugins. Now, you want to access your open sidebar. At the top, you'll see that arrow. Go to the configurations spanner, and you want to go type in GPU. So type in GPU. If it's not enabled, that's fine. A lot of players probably don't on default know this. So if you go into the cog there, you want to enable GPU. Now, if I zoom out, you can see that we can only see darkness in the background, so it's set as a default value in the draw distance as 25. what we want to do is just backspace that, put in 50 draw distance. Now watch what happens. So it's loaded the background more, and I've tested this enough to know, I know it can affect your PC if you got a budget PC or whatever with 90 maximum. You don't need 90, you can have that, but 50 was my sweet spot with the testing. For fight caves, it shows everything in the fight caves. Probably can even maybe be lower, but I didn't chance that. I just thought 50 is a nice number, so I just kept it there, and that's all you'll need. I'll show you soon what it'll look like when we go in there. Plugin hub as well, if we go there. Now you want to get something called fight cave spawn predictor. Cave spawn predictor. It's got a picture of Jad there, so you just want to install that one, and what you'll see, just takes a bit to load, I think. Oh, actually no, if you go into it, sorry, you'll want to enable the plugin, and then once you enable that, it'll come up with determining, and you'll see a screen when it's ready. While that's happening, I would set your wave display mode to next. Now the reason being is because we only are concerned about the next wave of bats, and obviously you've seen the slide that I've shown the wave of bats, so we don't need the whole fight caves shabam. You can use that if you want with the other plugins, but this is literally all you need for this, because we just need to know where the bats are. It says the next wave color will be green for the bats. Now if we enter, that's all you need, so this is fine having it like this, and lobby rotation info if you tick that, if it's unticked. So if we go into the fight caves, you can see it shows where the bat is. So it spawns a bat with the white one for the first. That's the only time you see the white. Now it'll show green, so you can see the bats there, and we attack the bat, and you can see that that would have been the other one over there with the bat as well. So you pretty much know where the spawn indicators are for this, so that's pretty much just showing you that it works fine. And the other thing is the 50 draw distance is all you need, so we can see the whole fight caves here, and that really helps with this challenge. You don't need it, but it just helps a great deal. Alright everyone, it's time to get your game face on and go into the fight caves entrance. Just make sure that everything's up to date. You've sipped your Bastion potion, everything in your inventory is up and running, gear check, that your RuneLite plugins working for the spawn predictor. You'll see that down below in the user interface, and also that your GPU draw distance is set to 50. So let's get started. Now I'm not going to show every wave because that would be a lot of waves, but I'm just going to show what you want to do on a few of these waves. So attacking the bat with the Kirill bow, you can sort of miss. You can sort of do a bit of rigor or eagle eye if you got that. And you'll see the bats spawning with those green tiles. The white tile is only the first one because it's showing actually where it was for that turn, but the next ones it's always going to be green from now on. So just as you can see, I'm just sort of running a bit here and there so they don't get close to me. And you pretty much with this would be right. Get the blowpipe for these. Anything else it's not a bat. So just using the Kirill bow pretty much for the bat attacks. Just a risk-free option with the range on it. So you can see here if we go eagle eye and flick that, and that's dead. It's pretty much this the whole time, and you do get a few breaks in between with the waves, which is nice. So yeah, don't really have to worry every wave about the bats. And you can see the draw distance of 50, how much better that is. You can see right through to where the next spawn will be, 2 bats here. Just make sure it's randomized, so just make sure you're always prepared for where they are and you're checking on the wave you're currently on, pardon me, for the next wave. So that's the main thing. If you misclick, just make sure you click back. Misclicks happen all the time. I misclick, but just make sure you click back. You can also, when the bigger spawns come out, you can also trap the bats, but I would actually advise against that unless you're really low level like a pure, because you want to kill the bats so as quickly as possible, just so you don't stuff up The last thing you would want is to stuff up. So yeah, this is pretty much it throughout the whole thing. It doesn't really change at any point in time. It's all just the same thing of killing a bat as soon as you can with the Krill's bow, wherever it turns up, and obviously using your stamina when necessary, just to give you that run energy. And just remembering your waves. I had those on the slides, you know, just on when the range spawns. So that will be 7 here. And then the melee spawns is at around 15 or something like that. And then the mage is 31. So just remember those spawns as well, so you don't get smacked up. And yeah, pretty much just attack the bat like this. So you might not get it the first one, the second one, third one. I'm gonna re-roll this. There we go. So you just run back. Obviously, it's self-explanatory, pretty much. So we're gonna go now to Jad just to show you, because Jad is where you'll finish up the challenge.